A new game is about to drop, and you've been waiting for this moment for months. You've watched all the trailers, read every review, and analyzed the gameplay footage over and over. You know every little detail about the game, and now you're more than ready to dive in. But then, you make a decision. Maybe I should save my money instead. And you're not alone. Thousands, even millions of others are thinking the same way. At first glance, this seems like a smart choice, right? Saving money is important. Thinking about the future and maintaining financial security is a responsible thing to do. But here's the catch. What happens if everyone does the same? This is where things take a turn. If no one buys the game, the developers don't make any money. No revenue means they can't pay their employees. If they can't pay their employees, layoffs begin. If the situation continues for too long, the studio has no choice but to cancel future projects or, in the worst case, shut down entirely. And suddenly, it's not just about missing out on a great game. It's about thousands of people in the gaming industry losing their jobs. And it doesn't stop there. This ripple effect spreads to the entire economy. This is what economist John Maynard Keynes described as the paradox of thrift. But what does that actually mean? It's simple. Saving money is great on an individual level. But if everyone decides to save excessively at the same time, the economy takes a hit. That's because economies function based on the flow of money. If people stop spending, businesses stop earning. If businesses stop earning, they can't pay their employees. If workers lose their jobs, they stop spending too. And the cycle continues, leading to an economic downturn. At this point, you might be thinking, but isn't saving good for the economy in the long run? Yes, absolutely. Saving allows for future investments, helping businesses grow and innovate. But the key here is balance. If people all at once cut back on spending, businesses suffer, unemployment rises, and economic activity slows down. At this point, you might be thinking, but isn't saving good for the economy in the long run? Yes, absolutely. Saving allows for future investments, helping businesses grow and innovate. But the key here is balance. If people all at once cut back on spending, businesses suffer, unemployment rises, and economic activity slows down. Let's take a real-world example, the 2008 financial crisis. During the crisis, uncertainty led people to save as much as possible. Nobody was buying houses, cars, or even non-essential goods. Businesses, struggling with declining sales, had to cut costs, often through layoffs. Unemployed workers then spent even less, deepening the recession. The economy wasn't just slowing down. It was sinking further because the act of saving itself worsened the crisis. We saw a similar situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. As people stayed home and businesses closed, spending dropped dramatically. This was necessary for safety, but it also dealt a massive blow to the economy. Many local businesses, especially small shops, restaurants, and gyms, couldn't survive without customers. Governments issued stimulus checks to encourage spending, but the reduced economic activity still caused widespread financial damage. So what's the key takeaway here? Saving is important, but balance is even more crucial. If everyone cuts their spending at the same time, the economy shrinks. In times of uncertainty, completely stopping spending isn't the solution. Instead, maintaining a reasonable level of consumption is what keeps businesses running and people employed. This doesn't mean reckless spending, but making smart financial decisions, whether it's buying a game, dining at a local restaurant, or supporting small businesses, keeps the economy moving. Because at the end of the day, the economy isn't just about numbers or financial charts. The economy is about people. And when people spend wisely, everyone benefits.